बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। प्यारे बच्चों, अस्सलाम वालेकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। आज पढ़ो जैंटिक सुब्याखा क्वेश्चन। आज पढ़ो इस chromosomal theory of inheritance. That means chromosomes are carriers of genetic information from parent to offspring. Or we can say chromosomes are the vehicles of Mendelian inheritance. First of all, I will tell you about who proposed this chromosomal theory of inheritance. Chromosomal theory of inheritance was proposed independently by Sutton and Bowry in 1902. The two workers, they found a close similarity between the transmission of hereditary traits, between the transmission of inherited characters and behavior of chromosomes while passing from one generation to next generation through the agency of gametes. Bowry and Sutton چھِ وَنان اَسہِ وٕچھ اکھ parallel relationship, close relationship between Mendelian factors and chromosomes while they pass from one generation to another generation or from parent to offspring. یعنی یِتھ پٲٹھۍ ہسا Mendelian factors ٲسۍ traits transmit کران from parent to offspring. یِتھ پٲٹھۍ Mendel وَنان اوس traits are transferred from parent to offspring through gametes, and these gametes contain factors. Even factor नाव थٲیُکھ Mendelian factors. مگر نوم Sutton and Bowry چھِ وَنان اَسہِ وٕچھ برابر یِژھٕے اکھ similarity، یِہوٚے اکھ relationship chromosomen منٛز when they pass from parent to offspring. یِتھ پٲٹھۍ ہسا Mendelian factors ٲسۍ segregate گژھان during gamete formation، ہُبہٕ چھُ chromosome گژھان segregate during gamete formation. یِتھ پٲٹھۍ ہسا Mendelian factors ٲسۍ diploid cell منٛز زٕ آسان، and when diploid cells form gametes through the process of cell division called as meiosis. تہٕ اَسہِ ٲسۍ یِم زٕ factors گژھان they get segregated and each gamete receives one factor on random basis and that one is always pure. یِتھَے پٲٹھۍ چھِ وَنان یِم ہسا chromosomes چھِ آسان they also get segregated during gamete formation and each gamete receives only one chromosome of a pair. And Sutton and Bowry noted that behavior of chromosomes is parallel to the behavior of Mendelian factors, which were later on renamed as alleles of a particular gene that determines a particular trait of an organism. Then the confirmation of Sutton and Bowry's concept, it was provided by T.H. Morgan, Thomas Hunt Morgan, while experimenting on fruit fly, that is Drosophila melanogaster, in 1910. Thomas Hunt Morgan confirmed chromosomal theory of inheritance and say that these are the chromosomes which can transmit genetic information from parent to offspring, and these Mendelian factors or alleles are present on these chromosomes Then salient features of chromosomal theory of inheritance. First one is like the hereditary traits or hereditary traits. The chromosomes retain their number, structure, and individuality throughout the life of an organism, and from one generation to another generation. It for a factor چھِ آسان تِم تہِ ٲسۍ retain کران پَنُن number, structure and individuality recognition throughout the life of an organism. یِتھے پٲٹھۍ چھُ chromosome تہِ retain their number, structure and individuality throughout the life of an organism and from one generation to another generation. The two chromosomes neither get lost nor mixed up. They behave as units just like Mendelian factors. Both chromosomes as well as genes occur in pairs. Both chromosomes as well as Mendelian factors occur in pairs in the somatic cells or diploid cells. And when diploid cells or somatic cells undergo gametogenesis, they form gametes which are haploid. A gamete contains only one chromosome of a type and only one of the two alleles of a trait. The paired condition of both chromosomes as well as Mendelian factors is restored during fertilization. That means when male and female gamete is fused during the process of fertilization, again paired condition of chromosomes as well as Mendelian factors is restored, is maintained. In this diagram you can see that there is a genotype and phenotype on the basis of chromosomal theory of inheritance. This is genotype, dominant allele. It may be capital S according to Mendelian laws, but according to chromosomal theory of inheritance, these are two homologous chromosomes wherein both the alleles are similar, capital S homozygous. In the center one it is heterozygous, wherein one is dominant, another one is recessive, capital S small s. And on the right side you have homozygous recessive condition wherein both the alleles are recessive, small s. And just like in case of Mendel's laws, wherein homozygous dominant form dominant phenotype. In this case it is shape of seeds. First one is phenotype is smooth seeds, and second one is again smooth seeds because it contain dominant allele, that's S allele. And third one, since both the alleles are recessive, that means on both homologous chromosomes both alleles are found in recessive condition. That's why it gave a phenotype that is wrinkled seeds. This diagram depicts Mendel's first law, that's law of segregation of Mendelian factors, production of F1 generation according to chromosomal theory of inheritance. In this diagram you see that it is a P generation, parent 1 and parent 2. Parent 1 used as a female parent and parent 2 used as a male parent. And parental phenotype is smooth seeds versus means crossed with wrinkled seeds. And smooth seeds having diploid parental genotype on the basis of chromosomes, means two chromosomes, capital S, both the alleles are dominant, crossed with small s, two chromosomes having two small alleles, two recessive alleles as small s. When gametes are formed, it form one gamete having one allele, that's capital S, another gamete have again capital S, crossed with a gamete having small s and another gamete having small s allele. When fertilization occurs, what happens? It occurs in the form of Punnett square F1 generation formed and it form phenotypes, that is capital S, small s, capital S, small s, capital S, small s, capital S, small s. Same as in Mendel's first law. When tall crossed with dwarf, all the F1 plants are having tall genotype and gives rise to tall phenotype. Similarly, when smooth seeds are crossed with wrinkled seeds, all the F1 plants formed are smooth seeded, and same is the case, but it's on the basis of chromosomes. And in this case, in the first case, you have one chromosome from male parent and the chromosome from female parent. One is having capital S, that is dominant allele, and there is having small s, that is recessive allele. And since dominant allele, it shows its dominance and gave a phenotype in the form of smooth seeds, second smooth seeded, third smooth seed, and fourth smooth seed. That is, all F1 genotypes are having smooth seeds because smooth is dominant to wrinkleness. This is the first law of Mendel's first law, also called as law of segregation of gametes on the basis of chromosomal theory of inheritance. فرق چھِ یِہوے کہِ ہُتہِ چھِ ہاوان on the basis of factors, on the basis of germ units, ییٚتہِ چھِ ہاوان on the basis of chromosomes. That means یِمن چھُ پانہٕ اکھ close relationship. That's why Bowry and Sutton says that chromosomes are carriers of genetic information from parent to offsprings, and they call as chromosomal theory of inheritance is the chromosomes which pass genetic information from parent to offspring. And it was Thomas Hart Morgan who said that these chromosomes contain genes, and each gene having two alleles in a diploid organism, and it is the alleles which determine the trait of an organism. Since there are far more number of alleles or genes in an organism, but there are very low number of there are less number of chromosomes in a cell, which means that a chromosome contains a number of genes which determine the trait of an organism. Inshallah, I hope you understand this topic nicely. Be Khudai Sawal. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.